Leo, welcome to your Intimate Tarot reading. I hope you are well. I hope you are fabulous. If you're new to the channel and you'd like to know why I read Intimate Tarot, specifically sexual energy, it will be outlined for you in the description box. In the general sense, I understand sexual energy comes into play as who we are as individuals. Thus, it stands to reason it could affect other areas of our life, and in fact, very much so. In fact, Intimate Tarot tends to be some of my longest message types for that reason. It can go in many directions and affect us in many ways. That's why I believe and operate from that philosophy. The more you know. That's it. We're going to start by pulling you an oracle card. Show me. Show me that Leo sexual energy. Show me that Leo sexual energy. Show me that Leo sexual energy. We're going to take a look at the upfront immediate energies and then also over the next several months. Show me that Leo sexual energy. And don't pay any mind to my arm. I injured myself, and I have no idea how. I just know that it hurts, so I must have done it very well. There you are. Show me that Leo sexual energy. Show me that Leo sexual energy. Okay. Choice. We have a choice. Your sexual energy is being confronted with choice. There is someone whose energy you are in contemplation of. Absolutely. And, as in true in all things, we have choice in many ways. We have choice outwards. We have choice that comes from within us. We're approached with it. Many things. But your sexual energy says it has a choice surrounding you. You can reflect upon it in the mirror. Okay? In other words, there's a good chance you know. But there's someone whose energy that is around you. Choice and sexual energy. It's like, I'm aware I have choice. Also, by the way, the 6th, for some reason, might be important to you. 6 also, for some of you, might represent a particular power number, in which case that is confirmation. Show me. Once more, we are using the Dreamy Moons Tarot deck. Love it. Show me what I need to see, please, for that Leo sexual energy. Show me what I need to see, please, for that Leo sexual energy. Show me what I need to see, please, for that Leo sexual energy. Like always, take what resonates, leave it does not. Reverse energies as it applies. Cross-watcher, same. Show me. What's going on, please, for Leo sexual energy? Ace of Swords, particular truth in your sexual energy currently. 10 of Swords, pain, ending. 8 of Cups, crossing. Have we walked away from this? Yes, no. Are we fully emotionally disconnected from our sexual energy with somebody here? The one who surrounds you, 9 of Pentacles, their energy towards you is the Star. Very desirous of you. Very desirous of you. Their energy has said that very strongly, straight away, straight out the gate. Ace of Swords, you understood something to be true in your sexual energy very, very recently. And it's a strong truth, and it's an indisputable truth. I want to know what that is. And you're showing me 10 of Swords. Currently, your sexual energy says, a sexual connection, the interest in it, the energy towards it is over, or it's too painful. I can't look at it. I can't address it. Or at this time, I just understand it to be over. 8 of Cups, crossing, emotionally unavailable, walking away. It's in the challenge position. Have you completely emotionally left this behind? Right? There's still going to be some residual energies, be they emotional, sexual, mental. Even after we understand something is over, the cleanup process takes time. The 8 of Cups is in the challenge. That tells me there's still some lingering energy here, and it still feels very, very fresh to you. Very fresh. Very fresh. And then I have someone surrounding you who represents that 9 of Pentacles energy, strong sense of independence, individuation. I know myself. They're very, very comfortable with their sexual energies, what they're telling me. It's well-founded. It's well-grounded. It says it's a principle to who I am and how I operate. It's very strong-willed. And their sexual energy towards you is the Star. That means highly desirous, but also at the spiritual level of importance. In other words, it's not just fucking around energy with the Knight of Wands, you know. In other words, their sexual energy towards you, they feel is very important and one that they deeply desire. Okay. Over the next several months, 6 of Cups, Death, 2 of Cups. I got some transformative energy here. Very, very strong transformative energy here. Very strong. Soul bond, of course. Soul bond, you've shared many cups. Were those sexual cups? I do not know. The emotions behind it? Yes. Whether or not you actually exchanged in terms of your actual sexual physical energy, I don't know. You're showing me a premise for understanding of who they are emotionally, which means you have some idea of who they are sexually, I believe. Death, Scorpio energy. You could have some very strong Scorpio in your chart, could be connecting to one. And some Aquarius. So far, those are the prominent energies. But it's looking like we're trying to undergo transformation, I believe. I don't know that it's full ending. It could be transformative as we went from 6 of Cups, death, to 2. We'll see. This is very interesting. Very interesting. This is intriguing. This is very intriguing. But all right, Sonny. I see something that's over. 10 of Swords, 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is under question mark. And death. Let's keep going. Strengths. Ace of Pentacles. You know your worth, you know your value, and your sexual energy. Hell yes, absolutely. You or your person, but this is your strength, so I'm defaulting to you. Ace of Pentacles. You understand the value of your sexual energy and what can go into it. You know what it is that you have to offer, and it's very encompassing. It's very earthy. It's very sensual. But more to the point, you're saying that your sexual energy is grounded in principles as well. Obstacles. Justice. The balance. Is it fair? Is our relationship fair? Justification. Libra energy. Doesn't have to be. Obstacles. Justification. Justification of what? The sexual energy? Is it right? Is it fair? Is it correct? Is it balanced? Is it for me? Is it not for me? It's very interesting. Very interesting. Moving forward, Ace of Cups could be a brand new opportunity in the old heart space. Or opening our heart. The downline here, fascinating. The downline here, fascinating. And then the downline here, fascinating. Your energy is like, I'm trying to cover as many principles and basics to this situation as possible, Christina. I have choices. I know I have choices. Emotionally, yes, you do have choices. Sexually, that's what I'm terribly curious about. Because you know what's interesting? Your fire's not here. I don't see one wand. I will, of course, upon clarification. But what you're trying to really impress upon me, Christina, is that this means more to me than just sex. That's why we're here. For those naysayers that I get constantly, even though I explain it. There's more to relationships, Christina, than sexual energy. Case in point. That's why we're here, love. It's just one more way to understand ourselves, and yours is fascinating. I am downright intrigued. And you know what happens when you give Scorpio a mystery? Oh, we're going to start looking at it. We just can't help ourselves, honey. We can't help it. We got to unravel it. What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? I know we're weird like that. I can be mysterious. You, however, cannot. Yes, I know. We just can't help ourselves. We just can't help it. It's one thing if I'm mysterious and coy. You, however. No, it's a response system. When you're honest with us, we will be open when honest with you. Unless, of course, that Scorpio does not trust you, then they shut the process down. But for the most part, that's typically how we work. The more honest you are with me, the more honest I am with you. Talk feelings to me, baby. Talk feelings to me, or go away. Show me. Choices, 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 choices. Show me this Ace of Swords. Show me this truth. Show me this undeniable truth, please. For those of you who've been around the channel, of course you will recognize Big Red. This is the tarot deck of sexual magic, respectively, for everyone who always wants to know. I pretty much try to keep it exclusive to intimate tarot. 6 of Swords, 2 of Wands, made a decision, 2 of Cups. Okay, somebody said, you or the person whom you were connected to, okay, said, I'm moving on from this. I love you. The words are almost literal. Somebody's here, words are literal. I've made a decision. I love you. I'm moving on. Okay, and it's coming in as a very white, hot truth. Ace of Swords, it's extremely declarative. It's extremely declarative and very honest. It's so loud, it's so sharp, you can't really dispute this. This was somebody's truth, yours or whom the person you were connected to. They said, I love you. but I have to move on. This is my truth as I best understand it. And their sexual energy went with it. And how far that sexual energy went, I could not say. It's 2 of Wands. Conversation, sure. Connectivity in simple ways. Flirtation, interest, curiosity. But 2 of Cups was attached to it. So whatever emotional precedence you had with this person, well, I know it might have felt on both sides 2 and 2. For some reason, somebody said, I have to move forward. And then they retracted their emotions as well as their sex. Now, here's the thing. Even though they said they moved on, somebody said it with love, and they meant it, if that helps. It was either you or them, but they meant it with love. That was not false. It was not insincere. It was very strongly spoken, and that means somebody here meant it. Okay? Let's keep cracking. That 10 of Swords, your sexual energy says it's in pain, that it hurts. Again, even though you were marked with the ending, and it wasn't necessarily you that was prompted it. It might be that you were on the receiving end of it. So whoever had that strong truth, and it was simply spoken, and there's no argument here. Did you notice that? There's no argument. No 5 of Wands, no 7 of Wands. I'm not saying there wasn't tension, but somebody's like, truth. I love you, but I gotta go. 10 of Swords. Show me that 10 of Swords, please, for Leo's current sexual energy. Show me. One more. Show me that 10 of Swords, please. Oh, the birds are singing today. Yes, honey, give me some good sound. Give me some good sound. For some of you, by the way, expect messages. Yes. Outgoing from you or incoming from someone else. 7 of Swords, 6 of Cups. There was a hope here of healing this 6 of Cups. Again, I don't see the sexual energy. I don't. There are some principles behind it that say sex should be restorative, it should be healing. I agree. And if you do indeed have a 6 of Cups, strong soul bond energy here, not once but twice, sex, when applied to the soul bond energy, should be restorative as well as a very strong bonding element between 2 people. Again, not casual. Again, not Knight of Wands. I'm not saying we don't have passion for this person. You're saying, and you're pointing out to me repeatedly, Christina, there was emotions behind this. And you seem to be making that as an imperative point. There's just one thing. There's just one thing. A little bit of deception here. I believe you believed you could heal this connection. But part of you knew it was false with the 7 of Swords. They're showing me exit energy. I believe it's them, but again, roles can be reversed always. That their exit was consciously and willfully done, saying I love you as they parted. Yours is saying, I can fix things with this 6 of Cups. Sexual energy aside, I know I can. But we didn't really believe that, did we? 7 of Swords. We didn't really believe it. We wanted to. Okay, with that kind of bond you have with somebody, you're always going to feel a little compelled towards it. You're always going to feel a little compelled to fix things and work things out. But part of you mentally wasn't in it with the 7 of Swords. You didn't really believe it. Okay? You didn't really believe it. You wanted to, in essence. I see it. In essence, you wanted to. But the 7 of Swords held you back from really completing, I believe, making the efforts. Because again, the sword, mind, thoughts. There were many of your thoughts that you withheld in the process of trying to heal things with this 6 of Cups. In other words, we weren't being emotionally open or vulnerable to this connection to the extent that we should have, even with the principle of healing behind it. In other words, the intentions were good. They were. Your intentions were good. I see that. But we withheld too much of our thoughts. Okay? We withheld too much of our thoughts in the process of trying to heal, and I believe it created the rupture. All right? Six of Cups, Six of Cups. You two are so strongly bonded, aren't you? Six of Cups, Six of Cups, Two of Cups, Two of Cups. Oh. Show me the Eight of Cups in the challenge, please. Libra 2, withholding. We weren't speaking the truth. The intention to heal with this soul bond was real, but our thoughts would not come forward completely. And I believed it caused a rupture or a hemorrhage to the connection. Show me the Eight of Cups, please. Show me the Eight of Cups, show me the Eight of Cups, show me the Eight of Cups, show me the Eight of Cups in the challenge. Show me the Eight of Cups, please, in the challenge. Show me the Eight of Cups, please, in the challenge. Show me the Eight of Cups, please, in the challenge. Six of Wands, Three of Cups. No, we are not as emotionally disengaged from this that you would like to be. There's still a part of you that was just to reconnect. It's not an accusation, it is what it is. So take it as nice, leave it does not. People get so upset when I see their desires and say it instead of just admitting it and owning it. It's okay. You know, it's okay. That's what it is to be human. Yes, there's the sexual interest there with the Six of Wands. Flirtation. Pride. Okay? It felt good to connect with this person and specifically to be seen by them. And they you. I sincerely doubt it was just a one-way street. And the Empress in sexual tarot, she's the epitome of everything. In that respect of I give unto myself unconditionally. I'm extremely generous with my sex. I'm extremely generous with my energy so long as I know that I'm giving that respect or being given that respect and you're giving me your all, then there's nothing I won't give unto you. So the Empress is highly, highly exclusive in sexual energy, but she also represents the heights of it. Someone who is not inhibited with her body. She's very comfortable with her body. She's highly sexual skilled. But again, she says exclusivity. This is just for you. Now, I'm the Empress. I don't just go giving that out to anybody. Part of your energy signature recognizes this in them. Okay. That they are indeed the total package. All right. That's what it looks like. Now, Six of Wands, there's the pride energy. I'm being seen by this person. Three of Cups, I connect with this person. The Empress, oh my God, look at that. We felt pride connecting with this person. I'm sure it was healthy. And it's like, I don't know if I'm completely emotionally done with this, Christina. I felt a lot when I was in their presence. I felt quite a bit, actually. You know? And what otherwise I do believe, what is this? There was a reconnection on the line, wasn't there? It was on the line. I don't know how I know that. There was a reconnection on the line, or at play, or was going to be in play, and that would explain why the immediacy up front is pain. There was a reconnection on the line. And, again, honey, I have to emphasize this. While the principle here was to heal things with this soul bond, I see that. What caused, I believed, there was a promise of a reconnection, wasn't there? Somebody's end, they strongly were imprinted with this. Very strong impression. Somebody withheld their thoughts about their emotions, and it caused a disruption, and it looks like it broke whatever promise there was to reconnect. We would not reveal our feelings or the extent of our thoughts. And it caused the disruption. There was a reconnection on the line, wasn't there? Very recent, very fresh. March might have been very important. Let's jump on over to this person. I'm not saying they're perfect. Nobody's perfect. Okay, nobody's perfect. Right now I'm just trying to unravel everybody's story. Still, what sexual energy I'm saying here is coming out in terms of communication and representation, visual, what we can see in the other person physically. Okay. And there was pride attached to this. It feels really good to be in this person's company, and they see me and I see them. But I can't get King Wands and the Moon. Show me this person's Nine of Pentacles. Show me this person's Nine of Pentacles. Show me this person's Nine of Pentacles. Strong sense of self, individual self, competency. We think highly of this person. For some of you, it was a slow-growing thing with the Seven of Pentacles. Show me that Nine of Pentacles, please, for this person. Eight of Pentacles. They said they wanted to work things out with you. Ten of Cups. They still very strongly desire you. They still strongly desired you, very much so. But here's the thing. Their energy was trying to shift into a sense of emotional cooperation with you. Again, sex doesn't seem to be part of it. Don't get me wrong. This person has very strong sexual attachment to you. That's way up here. Way up here. Strongly desirous of you. But then they take what's up here and they pull it back down to ground like this and say, okay, this is what I'm working with in terms of reality. So while their sexual energy for you is magnificent and all-encompassing, and they're like, Leo, honey, I could take you to the fucking stars and back. They pull it down like this and say, okay, structurally speaking, this is how I can work with you, Leo. They had real sincere efforts here, Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, to put constructive work into this connection to equalize it, equilibrium, the emotional equilibrium specifically. That was their focus. It wasn't sex. Their focus says, I'm practically speaking, I want to work with you and build a structure that says you and I are emotionally balanced, we are emotionally harmonized. Let's give ourselves that cooperation. They really meant it. They were very sincere about it. Okay, so the Star, their sexual energy towards you, again, very high functioning sexual energy towards you. Strong attraction principles, very much so. They pulled the Star twice. Again, heavy Aquarian energy, but I'm reading it more as the energy itself. Their desire to work things out and harmonize with you, my point is very real, was very real. Might still be too, actually, with that kind of energy. It's possible that, yeah. Show me the Star, please. Show me the Star, please. Eight of Swords, Three of Wands, Queen of Wands. They don't understand. They say they're confused. They're saying they're confused. They're saying they're confused. They're saying they're confused. They're saying they don't understand the relationship with you. They wanted to really pull it down into reality and make it emotionally feasible for you two to balance in a way where all benefit. They're very honest about that. But then they have a waiting element attached to them in terms of, I don't understand what I mean to Leo. Am I just a hot person to them? You know, Queen of Wands. She's pretty hot, man. She's pretty hot. She's pretty fiery. Right? They're saying there's confusion. There's too much waiting to understand what the other person wants. And that's where they get confused. There's not enough clarification in this person's mind to understand the energy between you two, and specifically how you or they might look in your eyes. Do they see me as a real sincere person, or do they just kind of see me as a hot piece of ass? Kind of like that. It's a rough translation. Given that their energy for you is so huge and it's very sincere, and wanting to work things out with you and compromise, they can't seem to understand where you're coming from and how you see them, perceive them, or what you want from them. They're saying that they're very confused by this, and that they've waited a long time to receive clarification about what their purpose or role is in your life, particularly where that passion is concerned, because they're telling me this is my value, this is what I'm worth, but I don't understand how I'm seen through your eyes. And they say they're so confused because they've been waiting a long time to understand. That does not change their energy towards you. They have very strong desire principles attached to you. And they made it very, very clear they had every intention on working things out with you. They did, possibly still do. Let's keep going, because I still see them showing up over the next several months, at least energetically. Whether or not it gets into the 3D at this point, I do not know, but that's one of the things we're going to look at, okay? We're switching and staying, please. We're going to do a couple more. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Show me that Six of Cups, please. Show me that Six of Cups. Show me that Six of Cups, please. Show me that Six of Cups. Show me that Six of Cups. Six. There might be some important energy around June. There might be some important energy around June. Show me that Six of Cups, please. Show me that Six of Cups. Show me that Six of Cups. Show me. It's almost like they're in this... They don't understand what they are to you. But they seem to think, without any clarification, and they've been waiting for so long to understand their clarification, they can't help but think it was just a fire thing, it was just a passion thing. There's clearly a lot of love here between you two, and if it wasn't expressed, or we shied away from it, or we wouldn't dig deep on the subject, we wouldn't open up about our emotions, I could see where this person's thinking, okay, after all this time, perhaps I was just a Queen of Wands to this person. Okay. Six of Cups. There's the Three of Swords, the Devil, the Magician. Okay. That's quite a bit. That's quite a bit. You're showing me pain, and you can't leave it alone. It hurts you. The Devil. You think about it a great deal, possibly to the point of obsession, or they do. Somebody does. And we want it. We want it. We want this person's energy, even though it hurts. And we want to pull it back with that Magician. Without more proof of healing or understanding about what went wrong and why, when we pull this in and it still comes from a place of being unhealed, it will come back in a negative way. In other words, it will be a pattern. So let's be careful with that. Okay? And we don't want that kind of negative pattern. The Three of Swords and the Devil. Okay. I hurt, and I hurt a lot, and I'm obsessed with it. I need to bring this back. So if it does come back under somebody's magician efforts, it will be more of the same. In other words, it will be patternized. Okay? So if we really want this connection in our life, it's going to require digging deep and expressing things we keep locked to ourselves. Otherwise, it will come back in the same form, and it will end in the same way. I'm saying this because we don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want it to come back in the same form, otherwise you will get the same results. This is what I say all the time. Same plus same equals same. So if you tell me, I want to pull this back because I really want to heal it, this time it's going to require us to get more honest with our thoughts as well as our feelings, to dig deep, to give this kind of connection what it needs. Some of you are very upset, especially with that principle of hurt. in many respects, some of you, a little bit here, feel a little possessive of this Six of Cups, because in many respects it speaks to you emotionally, sexually, and you're saying it's mine, and you recognize that in some parts of your soul. And I agree with you, actually, this connection is yours. It's how we keep it in our life that determines how we keep it in our life. So that's what I'm telling you. If we have a pattern here of wanting to connect with this person, but not giving it what it needs, then it will continue to come back, yes, but in unhealthy ways. And we don't want that. We don't want it to come back in another unhealthy way. All right? So that's why I'm hoping I'm about to see transformation here with death. Let's take a look at that. We're going to do, I believe, this one more time. Show me death, please. Show me death, please. Show me death, please. Show me death, please. Show me. Show me death. Show me death. Show me death. Show me death, please. Show me death, please. Show me death, please. Here's the stars. The 17th for some of you might be important. Show me death. The Emperor. 7 of Wands. 5 of Swords. Someone here needs to stop being defensive and stop self-sabotaging. This is what transformation needs to take place in order to reclaim this energy. It's very blunt. But I have to agree. So when we use our Emperor for bad, we get bad results. When we use our Emperor for good, we get good results. What needs to take place is somebody needs to have an ego death. Transformation, okay? Somebody's sense of control. I can't discuss these things. 7 of Wands getting in our own way about the shit that's kicking around in our head. 5 of Swords, so 7 of Swords, 5 of Swords on this downline alone. Someone here feels the need to control and not speak to their worst thoughts, lest somebody think poorly of them, okay? When in fact, when we're not allowing ourselves relinquishing our worst thoughts, our worst fears, but also not just that, the truth of our feelings, it just makes things worse. We just dig deeper into that particular hole. And if this has any shot in hell of coming back in a good form, we can't repeat our patterns. And we have got to stop deceiving ourselves about how we get in our own way and then double down on it with the Emperor saying, this is correct. I'm going to present only this form of myself and nothing else bad about me. That's not going to work. In order for people to make correct decisions, if a connection's right for them, we have to present all of our ugly as much as our beauty. Okay. And somebody here repeatedly gets in their own way, 7 of Wands, and rejects their self-deceptive tendencies to withhold truths, okay, that are deeply important to the connection, and then also to withhold their feelings that are deeply important to this connection. It's the reason why I believe there was a missed connectivity here, reconnection. It was so close, I feel it. It was on the brink of revival. And it was so close. It was so close. And they wanted to. They're telling me they were going to put their best efforts into reconstructing this for the right reasons. That they just wanted to get on the same emotional page with you. They meant it. They were very sincere about it. But then they said, I'm confused now. I've been waiting and I'm still no longer clear about what the hell I mean to Leo. My energy specifically. And yet you have such a huge regard for who they are. But that sincerity isn't coming through. There's some things about you, honey, you just don't want this person to see. So it's like if I reject some of my truths or my emotions, you know, they won't reject me. On the contrary, if this person truly loves you, they would embrace your whole truth. And they can't do that unless they know what the whole truth is. And there's pride in here. I don't want to admit that I'm weak or I have faults. We all have weaknesses, we all have faults. It depends on what we do with it and how we express it. That allows us to transform and change and move forward in our lives. And You don't want to appear weak, I believe. When in fact being vulnerable is one of the strongest things you can do. You know, this is how I feel. These are my thoughts. This is what I've been through. This is how I've dealt with it. This is how I've changed. Some of this too. We're not still staying, are we? King of Wands. Keep showing me you. You have it in you. You do. That warmth. The natural flow of your love energy, not just your sexual energy. Okay. Okay. Let's keep on keeping on. Are we? Okay. 2 cups. Show me. Show me this 2 of cups, please. Show me this 2 of cups, please. Show me this 2 of cups, please. Show me this 2 of cups. Show me that 2 of cups, please. Show me that 2 of cups. Three of Swords, pain, 8 of Wands, communication, 10 of Pentacles. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, if you can believe it, honey, if you can believe it, they're still willing to talk. They are. They have such a strong personality attached to them. They have such a strong personality attached to them. They're saying that despite the pain, 8 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, they would actually, for the sake of stability and in understanding who they are, that they're saying that they would still like to talk. If it meant really putting in constructive efforts here that are solid and reliable and in a way that they can understand. They're saying their sexual energy is very, very important to them. It's one of their fundamental principles for who they are, and one of their needs to express themselves to you is to stabilize their energy with you, their own particular stuff that they've got going on. And I know that they said they leave it behind. Now, energetically, they're attached to a 3 of Swords as well. You have a 3 of Swords. They have a 3 of Swords. They're telling me that they would willfully construct with you if they knew that the construction was powerful and that it was there. I don't know which way that communication is going. I don't know if they're opening up to you. I don't know if you're opening up to them. I did say, yes, I did say somebody's going to be sending messages relatively soon. I don't know if they're on the receiving end of it, but I do know that someone is showing up loud and strongly. I'm here. I can put constructive effort into this, and I can stabilize this shit. And they're listening. The other person's talking, the person's listening. They say they have pain too, just as much as you do. So it's looking like sometime down the line, possibly, if I believe this is all dependent upon our transformation energy, somebody here needs to transform. You know, the Emperor wants his Empress, and they're both here. But somebody here is tasked with stop getting in their own way. Allow themselves to be vulnerable. To speak the illest of their thoughts as well as the most truthful of their thoughts. I believe someone here already did that. These are the worst of my thoughts and feelings. These are the best of my thoughts and feelings. And the other person could not show up in the same respect. Okay. There was, I believe, a reconnection on the line. If we're able to do this, really solidify our intentions, our communication, and our meaning behind it, yes, it's possible. It is possible. Anything's possible, honey. It just depends on how much we believe in ourselves and how much we're willing to be honest with ourselves and other people. You know, it's so funny. I see a great deal of sense of respect. I have a strong sense that I want to work on things with you because I believe it's the right thing to do. And I love you. They made that very clear. I love you. I just don't know where I stand with you. And if I'm just a hot piece of ass, I need to know that. And I feel like I've been waiting way too long to understand these things. I'm getting a sexual tarot, guys. That's how it is. Okay? And you're showing me that's not the case at all. That's not the case at all. So we got to stop getting in our way and self-sabotaging and say, I don't need to discuss these things. And that's the very stuff we need to discuss. It's hard having those conversations, to be seen as human, to be seen as vulnerable, to be seen as someone who fucks up. All that's forgivable. All of it's forgivable. Assuming we lay it on the line. You know? We got to lay ourselves on the line, honey. And that's a dangerous thing. Like I said, sometimes being vulnerable is the strongest thing you can do. It's hard. These are my thoughts. These are my fears. This is what I'm going through. But also, these are my feelings, too. And it can open up into a beautiful case of forgiveness, and I didn't know that was your point of view, and I didn't know you had all that kicking around inside you, and it's... Yes, vulnerability was required. You know, it's... You have so much strength in you, but it's like I can't... And for some reason, the person I'm looking at today says, I actually am pretty strong, but I have fundamental weaknesses in me too, and I don't want them to see that. I can't. Those weaknesses, the issues, the conflicts, the way we self-doubt, our mistakes, it's owning those things that determine our strength. It only takes away from us when we insist on making it a weakness. Don't discuss it. Don't talk about it. You know, I just want you to see me like this and only this. That's how we push people away. I believe that this emperor has a chance to transform. I do. We're blocking our own sense of self-empowerment by denying our truth. Saying those thoughts, that those experiences, that whatever, doesn't count. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. Yes, it does. Thus, the way it played out. Those things count. They do matter. Because you matter. Our faults matter. It's what we do with our faults that determine who we are as people, not just our joys and our victories. Ace of Pentacles and the Strengths. Ace of Pentacles and the Strengths. I'm not trying to put it all off on you, honey. I'm not. Not at all. It's just, it is your reading. So once more, take if it resonates, leave it. Does not reverse energies of applies. I'm so tired of feeling like I'm in a popularity contest. And people don't hear what they want. Thumbs down. It's not fun. It's not convenient. It's not sexy. It's not easy. Thumbs down. You know, I'm just so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. You have, and people are going to overlook this as well, a very strong connection here with some very strong. Highly soul bonded. And it's like I deeply desire, if anything, I can constructively work, bare minimum, on emotionally harmonizing with you. That's what they're saying the priority is. Their sexual energy towards you stands in a magnificent way, but their priority came down to, I'd like to have a functioning connection with you, a strong one. You know, they're like saying sex aside. I'd like to have a strong functioning relationship with you. One that's real, reliable. Because they almost all but said, I know we can, I know we can, I know we can. Ace of Pentacles, but it's kind of like, I feel like one of you was sitting down at your keyboard and you had these thoughts and then you started deleting the shit that they needed to hear the most. You're like, I'm going to leave that part out. I'm going to leave that part out. I'm going to leave that part out. Something like that. Ace of Pentacles holding back the Lovers. 9 of Wands. Oh, my goodness. Oh, goodness, yes. Okay. You're saying you know what you have to offer in terms of your strengths, sexually speaking. You're saying your sexual energy is important to you and that you understand the strength and validity of it. You're saying, however, I cannot give it to this person and it causes me sexual tension. 4 of Pentacles, the Lovers, at this point, right? And it causes me tension. The best of what I have to offer is what I want to give to them, and I have to fight against that. I have to fight against that, and it feels so natural to you, but it also feels aggressive for that same reason. It's very sexually frustrating, and you feel like the natural energy you have towards this person has to be blocked, but you also don't want to let it go. You feel the need that it has to be blocked. The sexual energy has to be blocked. It has to be blocked, and you're like, I know the strength of my own sexual energy, Christina, and I just know that I have to block it towards this, and it sucks. It sucks. It absolutely sucks. But I can't let it go. But I can't give too much to it either. Okay. I don't think that they were... Again, are you saying because you can't have sexual energy with this person that you can't reveal your thoughts and feelings? Okay. Because they showed me a very strong willingness to at least get on the same emotional page with you in a real constructive way. Do you not feel the same? Do you want to have it all and you feel that you can't? So you won't reveal your thoughts or feelings either? It's like, well, if I can't have the sex with them, I can't give them the other stuff too, my thoughts and feelings. That's not true. You can still authentically represent yourself. Even if sex is not on the table, no pun intended. You still can. If you respect this person as much as I believe you do, they would have the opportunity, therefore, to respect you as well. I don't know that they don't respect you, but it's kind of like they could actually see you for you and the real person that you are. They already told me I love you several times. I believe this person has a generous nature and what looks like a forgiving one. But it's on this concept of, I need real efforts here. Again, reverse energies as it applies. I want to get back to that. Actually, I might see it here in justice. Well, if I can't give them my sexual energy, I can't be honest about the situation. That's not true. Your sex doesn't just define everything about who you are in relationships. That's why we're here. You have an emotional premise with this person, speak to it. You have real thoughts about this person, speak to those too. Just because sex isn't on the table doesn't mean your real personhood isn't, you know? Show me justice and obstacles, please. Show me justice and obstacles. Show me justice and obstacles, please. Balancing the sexual energies, is it possible? Perhaps you think you can't have a real working relationship with this person, and that's why you withheld very strong parts of yourself when you were communicating with them. It's like, well, if I can't have that kind of sexual relationship with them, I can't give them all of myself either, not emotionally or mentally. No, that's just not true. You can still have it out of respect of the bond and speaking true to yourself, you know? The stars, the Hanged Man, the 6 of Cups. Oh, my. You're saying you don't know how to balance your feelings and your sexual energy towards this person. That's why you withheld. 6 of Cups here 3 times. Lovers once. It's a very important connection. And you want the emotional world of it. You feel it call to you. You feel it pull on you. You admit that the sexual energy has to take a back seat because it doesn't seem fair or balanced. So it's kind of like, if I can't express myself sexually towards this person, I shouldn't be giving them the benefit of my emotions either. And this is one of the ways we talk ourselves out of being our authentic selves. This is one of the ways we talk ourselves out of sharing our true thoughts and feelings. It's kind of like, if I can't have one, I shouldn't be expressing the other. Strongly disagree. Strongly disagree. But that depends on how much willingness you're able to transform, and the flexibility of your thinking and your feeling. You may not be able to have a sexual relationship with this person, but you've also told me repeatedly, I want the bond. So that's what you speak to, like this person did. I believe. They told me they loved you. It's like, sexual energy aside, I love Leo. They were very honest about that. So honest that it was an Ace of Swords. It opened up with it immediately. And then they showed me Pentacle, reality, reality, reality. What I feel for Leo might be the stars. Leo might be my ultimate sexual desire in this life. Not once, but twice with this person. That's no joke. They really felt the stars sexually with you in terms of the pathway. Okay. That you are like their mate. They're attracted to you like a fucking magnet. They were very honest about that. But then they brought that big spiritual sexual energy they have towards you down to reality and said, this is what I can do constructively with you. I can at least emotionally harmonize with you. And they meant it. But there was too much confusion about understanding what they mean to you. And I can see where you withheld big parts of yourself, your thoughts and your feelings. And it's kind of like, I don't know how to justify the sexual energy and give to the emotional bond at the same time. You just do. Say, I have feelings for you too. And you say what those feelings are. You speak to them. It's like, well, we do not have a sexual relationship. That doesn't mean I don't love you any less. And that doesn't mean I don't think about you any less. What is this? You're saying you have to suspend your sexual desires when it comes to this person. They're just as strong for you as they are for the other way around. It's kind of like, but I don't know how to justify the bond or balance it in the absence of those desires. No, you are still an authentic person. You still get to speak for you. Okay, show me this Ace of Cups. Let's see. Whew, shall we? Yeah, for some of you, yes. Strength and the Emperor right there on the split. For some of you, yes, you are the Emperor. Show me the Ace of Cups. There's something in here I'm missing. I know it. There's something in here I'm missing. I just know it. I know it. Show me the Ace of Cups, please. Queen of Wands. The Devil. King of Cups. Shit. This is a sore fucking point. This is a sore fucking point. Ooh. This is a sore point. And they're absolutely related. Shit. This is a sore point. You're telling me it's not like that. You're telling me it's not like that. You're saying it's not like that. This is a sore point. This is a sore point for somebody. The Devil twice over the heart space in the bond. What is that? Very powerful energy here. There. Ace of Cups, Queen of Wands. There they are again, King of Cups. You're saying I have a very strong desire for this person sexually as well as emotionally. And again, it feels a little bit possessive, but you're also telling me it's not like that. What are you telling me it's not like that? Why are you telling me that? Why are you telling me that? It's not like that. It's not like that. It's not like what? It has to do with this Devil and the Three of Swords. Show me. It's not like what? It's not like what? Self-deception getting in the way. Changing. I don't want them to know about that. You don't want them to know about what? There it is. Somebody here has had issues with fire, their passion. This is the first time I'm seeing that kind of fuck around energy. Somebody has a little history here with feeling fires. Okay. Fanning flames and feeding fires outside of commitments. Somebody has a history of it. Somebody does. You or them. And when we desire the Six of Cups, it feels like that very strongly. It brings up issues of previous boundaries and sexual advances and things like that. Somebody here has old issues with it. And they say they feel that same kind of pull with this soul bond, the Six of Cups. They have a very strong pull like that is sexual in energy. But the bond itself is so much deeper than those experiences of the past. So it gets confused. It gets conflated. Is this the same thing? My desire for this person, my desire for this Six of Cups straight up, is it just like my previous or past experiences? Because my sexual energy has been led astray before. Okay. Now we're getting into topics of sensitivity, if we haven't already. So again, this is your chance to exit if you find any of this offensive. I would never have you watch anything that you devalue or find offensive, because you will not retain anything from it. And it's kind of like, and it was a, for somebody it was a pattern, perhaps a long-standing one with the Seven of Pentacles. Feeling our desires rise outside of previous commitments. What those commitments look like, I don't know. Relationships, boyfriend, girlfriend, marriage, I don't know. It's however you define those relationships. Somebody has an outstanding issue with it, or pattern, or, you know, it's happened before. And in connection literally to this Six of Cups, it feels the sexual energy rising for it is similar to patterns of the past. And I kept saying, why don't you want them to see these things about you? What's going on? Or somebody. That's not me, that's not me, that's not me. Deny that, don't talk about it. That's the very thing they needed to see or speak to. So this whole conflict about, I can't have the bond if I can't have the sexual energy. What's the point? No, that's not true. You can absolutely separate them. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's easy. What you do is that you go through energy conversion. My strong desires for you, I put into a healthy place. Our bond. Okay? I'm not saying it's easy. It takes work. Trust me, it takes work, but it is achievable, yes. Now, getting back to that devil and how it relates to this heart space, you're telling me it's not like that. We might have had experiences like this in the past where that sexual energy rose, and it rose strongly and sharply. But you're telling me it's not like that. They mean more to me than that. They do. Queen of Wands, yes, I'm attracted to them. Yes, Christina, for fuck's sake, of course I'm attracted to them. But I'm also attracted to their heart. And also I'm attracted to what I feel for them in my heart. It's like, I'm sorry, yeah, I'm turned on by them. Yeah, I'm turned on by them. But it's not like this time. It's not like that from the past. I know it's not. This time my heart's in it. I can feel it. Literally, that person resides in your heart. This Queen of Wands. And that's how they kind of concluded. Not really. They can't fully conclude it. But their energy is leaning towards, well, I have big desire feelings for Leo, and I'm willing to work through them. I don't think that they can do the same. I think I'm probably just the Queen of Wands in their eyes, but you're like, you know what? Yeah, I am attracted to you. I am. To the point that it makes me feel really fucking weird. But also, guess what? They have a place in my heart. So how do I express all that, Christina? Figure that shit out. How do I express all that? Okay. The very things we were discussing this whole time. Stop saying you can't be your authentic self, that you can't say those things, you can't feel those things. Yes, you can. You want to know how I know? Because you think them and you feel them. That means you have every capability of expressing them. Everything you said I can't talk about, or they couldn't know, or I couldn't share, that's the very stuff you talk about and share. And that's how you really heal. We couldn't heal the situation back here because we could not be forthright. We couldn't be forthright with everything that we knew, and our doubts and our emotions. It's like I know the situation. I know that there was some sort of reconnection on the line here, honey. I can't see it, and I don't have that kind of time. But I feel it, and it didn't pull through. If someone here has that ability to indeed to transform their own blocking, their own sense of self-deception, lay everything on the line, then yes, absolutely, it is possible. All things are possible. It's what we're willing to do. Can we dig deep? Can we go that far? Can we really reveal the worst of ourselves? You think they don't got some shit too? It may not be like this, but I promise you they probably have another version of it. In that respect of, I told you, this person, yeah, they are strong-willed and they can put a ton of work into things that they believe in. And honey, they believe in you. They believe in you. They're willing to put in some serious fucking work into this because they believe in the bond. Even if you two can't exchange the sexual energies, I promise you this person believes in the bond. Very much so. But it's kind of like they're saying, I don't know. I don't know what I mean. They're still unclear about how you perceive them. So not only do you withhold the stuff that you feel is negative that they shouldn't know, that you also withhold the best of how you feel for them. You're thinking the sexual energy plagues you despite the fact that you have real feelings for this person. Tell them that. Tell them that. They might be able to help you work through it. I don't know. Oh my, I didn't even think it was that long, to be honest. Is there a possibility for communication, real exchange, one that's stable and can be taken seriously? Yes, I see it. Does it require someone overcoming and transforming so they allow themselves to speak freely? Yes, it does. I wanted to know what that was. I had to push, honey. I was trying to tie those two together because you're telling me those devils are different. You're saying they're different devils. You're saying it's different devils. You're saying this isn't just some random fire energy. This person means something to me, but it evokes, it elicits similar feelings, right? And that's some scary shit. That kind of bond is evoking in you your sexual energy very strongly, that it reminds you, I believe it's you, of past incidences. I'm not going to go into that. It is what it is. But it is part of what made this emperor who he is. And so long as he continues to reject that those experiences made him who he is, he's going to continue to reject himself. You know? Why don't you ask this person, what's the worst shit they ever did? Do you think they're perfect? I just told you, there's no such thing as perfect. I know they have a good deal standing in your eyes, but I promise you they made mistakes too. It may not be the same type, but I promise you, they've made mistakes too. And then you show me a devil for different reasons. I can't leave the sexual intensity of this alone. I can't. It's there. It's very much in my heart. But the point is, it's in your heart. That's why you keep telling me it's different. And if you know it's different, then say that, baby. Fucking say it. Say it. You know it's different. If you know this connection is different, and it's not like a fuck around thing or a good time Charlie thing or whatever the hell they say, you then say it. Yes, I have a phenomenal amount of sex drive for you, but I also have feelings for you. And for some reason you're saying I can't balance that. I'm not allowed to talk about it. No, you can. You can. Those things are not related. You literally, I'm sorry, those things are not unrelated. That's exactly what you speak to. Yeah, I got strong passion for you. But it's not just that. It's my feelings too. And they're big ones. You clearly love this person. They're literally in your heart. They already said they loved you. So fucking say it. Even if you two can't have a sexual relationship, you can still have the respect of the bond. Whether or not will mean more in the future, I could not say, and neither are you if we don't speak up. Because I want you to have the potential of this. Even if it doesn't make sense now, it might in future. I don't know. You both shown me futuristic concepts that maybe. And I know a lot of people suffer on that concept of maybe, and I never ever advocate waiting. But there's a big difference between just having a bunch of shit hanging around in your heart and in your mind that is fear, than being at peace with yourself and being at peace. You can't put a price tag on peace. Peace with yourself and peace on the situation. Even if you can't have everything you want right away with this person, that doesn't mean you can't build yourself a platform for the future with them. Even if it means just being very well acquainted. Advice, please. I'm pitching for you, honey. I'm rooting for you because I see how important this is to you. And here's the thing. You know it's different. Somebody here knows it's different. You're saying it's not like that. I've been through that. It's not like that. This person's actually in my heart. Say it. Say it. Tell them on the mountain. Say it. Somebody laid out their damn truth. It's the other person's turn. That's what I'm saying. It's the other person's true, and baby, I know what this is like. I know what this is like. Pushing through that level of bullshit and layers and denial, and I can't say that, and I can't say that, and I can't say that. Fucking say it. I promise you, the relief will pay you in spades. Advice, please. Advice, please. Somebody done spoke their truth declaratively. It's the other person's turn. And if we are so very convinced and you want them to know it's not like that, it's different. Yes, I'm strongly sexually attracted to you, devil twice, but it's not like that. It's not like that. Very loud. It's not like that. It's different. You're different. Okay? I don't know how to do it. Two of Pentacles tried to come out in reverse. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Stop juggling. Stop juggling. The action specifically. Advice, please. Stop juggling. Queen of Cups. Hierophant. Five of Wands. Ooh, somebody pissed off. Five of Wands. The Hierophant. Queen of Cups. See, something's not sitting right with the Hierophant. I don't really see him pissed off too much. He's pretty much a cool, level-headed guy. Until he's not. And something is chafing in somebody's spiritual energy. Chafing. And it's like, this is pissing me off. This is pissing me off. This is pissing me off. Then do something about it. It doesn't sit right with me. That's right. You know why? It's coming into conflict with somebody's higher self. You want to know what that is? Not resisting the truth, but not being able to speak towards it. And that's what's really pissing somebody off. We want to speak. Could be done with water sign. Doesn't matter. We want to speak spiritually from our heart. And that's where the chafing comes in. Yes. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Start small. Page of Pentacles. Put yourself out there. Tentative. What does that even look like? I do see somebody being receptive to somebody else's communication, even if it hurts. The Hermit, in the interest of real healing. In the interest of real healing. It requires investment in real healing. Not just hoping time will heal all wounds, but to be honest to the point of pain. To be declarative, sharp. These are my real thoughts and I fucking own them. The pain hurts, I know. Somebody's angry by the ending. The Ten of Swords. It requires more truth and it's going to take strength of will. No shit. That's you. It's going to take strength of will for you to do this. It's going to require honesty. that comes from a good place. Getting really real with your words. Okay? Somebody needs to get really real with their words. And if that's such an important point to the Leo I'm looking at, it's not like that. It felt similar, but it's not like that. That might have been coming from my dick or my vagina, but it wasn't coming from my heart. This, okay, yeah, you want to know? Yeah, I get hard as a rock for you. But guess what? You're also in my heart space too. And it's not like that. Tell them. I dare you. Tell them. See what happens. Because I just know the more that somebody holds on to this and does nothing, the more pissed off their energy gets. And it's a chafing point, and it's a chafing point, and it's a chafing point. So it's kind of like I have to suspend all activities. The emotional balance, I don't know how to balance it. Yes, you do. Somebody does. Somebody spoke their truth, loudly declarative. It's now the other person's turn. If Leo does this, what does that mean? If Leo does this, what does that mean? Sunshine, possibly. If we do this, what does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? Consequences. You get to be you with a sense of pride, will. Pride. Strength of will, strength of character, strength of self. Yeah, it's scary shit putting yourself out there like that, I know. And we're looking at hard truths today, my friend. Okay. We start to open up, come out of the sadness. With the declaration of truths, which is there again. Stop sneaking away from the thoughts. And the conflict, the more we sneak away from our thoughts and our authentic selves, the more tension it causes within us. And it embarrasses us, it angers us, it frustrates us. King of Cups. There it is. The reignition effort flips like a switch. Right. And it comes back out. There's possible for reignition here, but it requires coming out of the lethargy and there's nothing I can do about this. And the thoughts that we try to get away from us just piss us off. Five of Wands, Five of Wands, Five of Wands. And the world, we're pissed off about the closing. You're angry with this person for the cycle closing. And most of that anger comes from you not having said what you needed to say. So I don't think you're actually angry with this person so much as you are angry with yourself. But again, when I see you releasing everything that you feel that binds you mentally and emotionally, they show up positively. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it's going to take a minute for some of you. And then there's the proper healing. So you're saying, I don't know. I don't know if I should. I don't. Yeah, you already do. Don't give me that. You know. You know. Whether or not you will actually do, I do not know. Yeah, there's that Page of Pentacles. Yes, the possibility remains. All things are possible, hey. Tarot doesn't dictate shit. People do. I read energies and potential actions. But again, that requires active decision-making, not passive decision-making. The more we say we don't know, the less and less likely we are become capable of making decisions. Okay? There it is. Deception. About pain. Deception. Keeping it to ourselves. Possibly deception about previous liaisons. Okay, the things that kind of haunt us. Not being honest about it. Which means we're not being honest with ourselves. Never mind with this other person. Underlying communication. Let's talk about it. Let's work through this shit. Let's heal this shit. Okay, let's do it for reals this time. For reals, for reals. Eight of Pentacles. Real work. Real communication. Real talk, as we say. Okay. I think that about wraps it up. It's hard. Don't stop telling me it's hard. I already know it's hard. Everybody knows it's hard. I know. I think this Emperor got really used to controlling the stuff he doesn't want to see in himself. You didn't want the other person to see it either, I believe. That's what I'm saying. Transformation for that Emperor is going to be a must. Okay. But yes, communication remains a possibility, as does action. And every time I saw it, I saw positivity come out. Hanged Man in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse. We don't know if the truth would be welcome. You don't know if the truth would be welcome, or you don't know if your truth would be rejected. Because somebody still has a very strong desire to express themselves. I'm afraid that they'll reject me, and it will be all for naught. Six of Wands. And then also, will they believe me? Will they think I'm full of shit? Okay, I can see the fears here. It's a fear of being rejected if you speak about your truth. Are they just going to think I'm full of shit? Keep coming up as water sign. You're only going to know unless you try, but ask yourself if the imprint of this person's energy being as such, do you think they'd be the type of person who would welcome the truth or shut it down? Is this person honest? If they were honest with you, then that means, generally speaking, people tend to be open to other people's honesty so long as they, in fact, know it's honest. Okay? Any important dates, please? Any important dates, please? Okay. The 9th for some of you might be important. The 3rd. Soon for some of you. The 7th. So long as it's done with sincerity and proper reconstructive efforts, there's no reason why we can't respond positively. But like I said, the 9th, the 7th, the 3rd, heavy, heavy. There is... see, I don't... When does yours come out? Shit. Some of you might receive communication or extend communication by the end of March. I don't even know what the date is that yours comes out. I don't know. But for some of you, it's at the very tail end of March. For others of you, at the beginning of April. Correct. Within a month for some of you. Some of you at the very start of April, and some of you at the tail end of March. You would know by the time this video comes out. There are all signs of positive regeneration here. So long as we are remarkably honest, and then the reconstruction efforts can begin. This goes... Your important point here, Leo, is saying, yes, I've had strong feelings like this before. Sexual energy. And it might have gone a certain way in the past, but with this person, my heart was along for the ride too. God damn it. It's kind of like that. And that's the difference. And that's one of the things that pisses you off. Because you feel, I believe, that it was different. Again, reverse energies as it applies. Hello. For some of you, love yourself first is in the reverse. You have to love yourself. You have to love yourself enough to know that you are worth your own truth. You have to love yourself to know your truth, and then therefore express it to someone else. It's something about the self-respect piece that's shaping you in your spiritual energy. You know. Stay optimistic. Positive things will put you in a positive direction. Forgiving and learning by making the effort. That's what I'm saying, boo-boo. That's what I'm saying. Forgiving and learning, make the effort, but a real effort this time. You know? But it's the kind of effort that hurts, and it sucks, and it's scary, and that's how we get to real healing, man. You talk about the scary shit. You also talk about the good stuff, too. So, forgiving and learning, make the effort. I couldn't make it any more clear. Okay. Yes. It's not just about certain looks, honey. It's also about being impassioned. That's me. That's actually both of these. That's me. I'm a little bit of both. I love you, and I'm concerned for you. Let me tell you how. And it's that's exactly what that energy's like. the passion, the love, the intensity. And it's like, let's get in there and deal with shit. You know? That's who I am. Okay. Oh, too many. Okay. The infinity loop. Yeah, no shit. I can tell that you two are highly soul bonded. Remain optimistic. Okay. J, B, K, Q, Y, N, Gecko, Aries, Leo, Sag. The deer, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. And then also that fear of being invulnerable and trying to move quickly away from it. We need to show more heart in this, not less. Okay. Z. That's interesting. Shell, sign of Cancer. The vulnerability, though, is what it really speaks to. I think that's enough. All right, Leo, honey, you put it in the comments as you see fit. Next round of Intimate Tarot will not be for 3 months, but the regular schedules will be every 2 weeks as normal. I do not know what the next round of reading types will be, but you will once we get there. Yeah, so again, sexual energy is off the fucking charts. Between you two, you know that very distinctly, but you're also telling me very distinctly it's not like that. It wasn't fuck around energy, Christina. It wasn't. I feel things deeply for this person. And that's what you say. You know, you also talk to your doubts and your fears, first with you, then the other person. They showed me very high levels of cooperation, very much so. Very much so, I believe, before they spoke truth. And if they have such high levels of cooperation, such a huge respect for the bond, that they can set their desires for you aside, because that's what I saw them do. I can set my desires for Leo aside. If it means you and I having a good, healthy, constructive relationship. That's what they said. And if that's true, and their energy has remained the same on this point, then it stands to reason it still does. So that's why I'm saying this Emperor has the task of transforming. Stop getting in their own way. Speak the peace as best they understand it. And let the other person decide, you know. All you can do is put yourself out there, but it's a form of self-respect when you do, I promise. Scary as it is. Anyway, going back to that, it's a choice. Choice in all things. Also, again, that sense of balance in the Six of Cups and the soul bond energy and all that. It's a choice to reflect upon oneself. It's a choice to reflect upon oneself, our actions, where we've been, where we come from, why. And then to share it with someone else. All right, that's enough. The next crescent moon, for some of you, might be important. Which reminds me, the next full moon, yes, indeed, is April 6th. So that would also speaks to the 6 here. For some of you, there might be some imperative energy. Or like I said, the start of April. All right, that's enough. I hope this helped you. I do. When I see this level of possibility that is so very high, so very beautiful, the relationship might not be able to express itself the way it wants to now. But that's not to say it won't in the future. But we're not going to know unless we open up. Okay? Like I said, put in the comments. You guys take care. Be well.